So we are Baba Richard and Sri Namaste Moore. We are known as the Infinite Couple. We are the founders of the Infinite Life and the Infinite Life Experience. This is where you come to get your food, to be nourished, to be facilitated, to learn, to grow, to evolve, and become and live your best life ever, starting now.
Starting now.
So today,
So we're going to talk about, might as well jump right into it
yes.
because this is super important. So, 3 steps to get what you truly, really desire.
I love the word desire.
Yes. So, first thing, point number 1, what you really desire is, how do people usually work that out in their head? I think what I desire is based on, my experience, where I've come from. So I know what I desire because of what I've been through, what's happened in the past.
Because of having what I didn't desire. Right? So because I've had what I didn't desire and I know what I don't want, therefore I can know what I do.
No, it's not exactly true.
Yeah. So when Bob and I were in corporate, we when we left corporate, we said, and we started a company, and this was like back in, I left corporate in 2010, Baba left it in 2012. Okay. And while we had started our company before that, that's when we actually totally stepped out of the corporate zone completely. Right.
Yep.
And when we did that, we said, we would see people with companies and they would own their own, corporations, their own companies. And they would, immediately, as soon as they opened up a business, the first thing they wanted to do was get corporate offices. And we always said, you don't want to have an office. No. Offices suck.
No.
Don't want to have one.
Right. We can do it from home.
We'll just do it from home.
And that's initially what we did.
And we'll keep doing it from home.
Yeah.
Forever. Right? That's what we said. But that's not, eventually we got to a point where we thought, you know what, we've been doing this for a while. We've been very successful at it. We've got, the income and everything. It's time for us to have offices. So we went and we went to a co-working space and we got a private office within a co-working space.
So that's, for those of you who don't know, that's a private office inside a suite of offices.
Right.
So you have the big building on the outside. Inside you go in, there's a receptionist and all that stuff. And then down the hall is your office.
Right.
With your stuff on the door and on the window, etc.
Right. And it was great, we thought. But once we got in there, what we realized is that we didn't want to spend very much time at our office.
Because we didn't like it.
We didn't know why. Until we got our new offices. And what we realized, and we were actually just talking about this, was that we love our new offices. We come here every day. We spend all day here. Sometimes, we get here early in the day and we leave in, late. But why? What's different? Well, what's different is that these are our offices. We don't have to interact with anyone except for each other.
Right. So we don't have to say good morning when we come in to people. We don't see people in the hallway. We don't have to nod at them. Nobody comes and says, hey, there's, breakfast tacos or donuts down at the thing, and, there's a refrigerator. There's
no interaction. We can just be with each other.
Yeah, it's our refrigerator, it's our ice maker, it's our everything.
So what does that have to do with you? Well, the first step to getting with what you desire is recognizing that it's not based on your history. It's based on being present and focused on the future.
Right.
If you base what I want, what I really desire, and if you think it has anything to do with what you have had or what you didn't like, listen closely. If you think your desire has anything to do with what you didn't like before,
right, yeah,
you will never know what you truly desire.
Because all that can tell you, all that past can tell you, is about itself, about the past.
Right.
So you can just go over the same ground and go over the same experiences. No, I really didn't like that.
I didn't.
But that knowledge, even though it's somewhat useful, it doesn't offer you the utility of the new experience and all of that and all that entails.
And because you don't have anything even to compare or contrast it with, because you don't know what you do desire, you can't even make a real educated idea about what you do desire because you've never had it.
Right.
So the only thing you can do is dig deeper and deeper and deeper into what you don't like, and I don't like, and I don't like, and I don't like, and I don't like. But that's not going to open you up to what you do.
And this is such a nuanced point, but many, many people, I think most people run their lives this way. How many of you, your culinary experience is based entirely on your past? You go into the restaurant before you even see the menu. If I was to ask you, well, do you want this? Oh no, I know I don't like that. I don't like this and I don't like that. You come in with a whole market basket of what you don't like. And then is it any wonder you're like, well, I really didn't enjoy my experience because out of all the things that I don't want, I just picked the thing that I don't want the least.
Right. And that's all I'm ever getting.
And that's
is
all
what
I'm
I
ever
don't
getting.
want,
Right.
to some extent. Because that's all I have experience with is what I don't want. But don't want can't lead you to what you do. In other words, no matter how clearly and cleanly you learn to articulate what you did not like and what you don't want and what you don't like, it will never lead you to getting what you do.
Right.
And that
It cannot lead you to what you want.
is
what you
can be
truly
very
desire.
challenging to really
Yeah.
understand and really grok fully. It's like, wait, what?
Because for many of you, that is what being an adult is all about.
Is knowing what you don't
Have a
want.
pristine understanding of what you don't want. Oh
Right.
no, I don't like that. I don't eat this. I don't go there. I never do this and I never do that. It's all about don't and never and won't and can't and didn't.
Right. And so you just get better and better and better at saying what you don't want. You will never know what you do.
Right.
And but here's why people stay there, because don't want is free. But finding out what you actually do costs.
Right. What you
That's
do want.
why.
Yeah.
That's why the
truly
world is full
desire.
of don't want.
Yeah. What you truly desire does cost you something.
And it costs you something to find out what you truly desire. So if you are firmly in lack or in survival, or if you are even running, even if you don't, a lot of times people are in that and they don't have a reason to be. You have the money, you have the abundance, you have the flow, you have all the things. There's literally no reason for you to be in survival except that's where you have come from. So again,
Historically been,
we're going back, right?
Yep.
That's where I've been. So even though I've made the money, even though I have different degrees, even though I own this many businesses, even though I'm with a good partner, and for all intents and purposes, I should be able to have what I do want. For some reason, I keep getting what I don't, and I don't understand why. So
yeah.
maybe I need more money. Maybe I need a different partner. Maybe I need more degrees. No, beloved, don't want can never get you do want. That's why.
Wow. That's huge, right? Because that is at the root of your persistent low-grade dissatisfaction with most things. Because you're constantly looking to that don't want, saying, why won't you give me the desires of my heart? I worked really hard to identify what I don't want.
Right.
And every time don't want is coming up empty. It's like,
It
I can
can't
show you a
do it.
movie of your last bad experience. Won't you learn something from that? Well, a little bit.
Right. So you have to stop focusing on don't want, literally.
Right.
Okay? Especially when you're trying to, have to stop trying to leverage don't want into what you do, because it doesn't work.
It doesn't
right?
work, and it never
So
will.
what you really desire is going to be based on what's present now, and also it's going to be focused on the future.